Now today we're talking about something way cool, and this did not exist when I was in high school, I can guarantee you that. We think about school, you know, you gotta get up, take the bus, head out, and go to the classroom, but technology finds its way just about everywhere, including the classroom. We have a cool program, Jefferson County Public Schools, allowing you to take some courses on the internet, via email. Technology has arrived. Now we're going to talk all about it today and talk about how you can get enrolled and get some extra credits for graduation. We have Jana Hickey with the eSchool, right? That's what we're calling it?
Yeah, JCPSeSchool.
The eSchool, very cool. Thanks for coming on, Jana. We also have Ford Smith. You're one of the teachers, Ford.
Teach English and humanities and some science.
Cyber teacher. Way cool. And we also have a student who's actually enrolled and done this before, and that is Whitney Brown. Thanks for coming on, Whitney.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. This, to me, is way cool. I love this idea of if you're looking for a way to make up for some lost ground or to get ahead a little bit, or you had to take some time off, this is the way to do that. Is that right, Jen?
Well, that would be our target audience, yes, to allow people to be able to make sure their learning meets their lifestyle, anytime, anywhere. There are a lot of students out there that would like to take extra credits or maybe accelerate their learning in some way.
This is a program that started back in '99. What was the impetus? Why did you decide to do this?
Well, we realized that it's all about making sure we keep students engaged. And in fact, we capture students that may not be involved in public education, private, parochial, homeschool. Jefferson County has a large student population, and we realized we weren't reaching all of them. And so we started this concept to make sure that no longer would we have to honor the confines of the school day, that students would be able to go beyond the 6 to 7 hours that they spend in the school building and beyond the tether that is usually associated with the school building itself. As in Whitney's case, she was able to continue her education and will be graduating from Louisville Male High School in New York City.
How cool is that? That's awesome. I want to talk to Whitney later on because your experience, I think, is really cool. And I want to talk about how the program's benefited you. But first off, let's talk, Jana, about the target student. Because I think some kids watching would think, hey, I don't ever have to go to school again. Fire up the computer, log on, and I graduate. This is not meant to substitute school altogether. What is the target for this?
What we're really looking at, there are 3 different target audiences. Certainly we want to look for those homeschool students who have not had the opportunity to be involved in public education, but really want to. You know, it's difficult for a parent schooling their child to be able to know all the content areas, and so we want to make sure that we afford that opportunity. For the private and parochial students who are not engaged, and then, of course, for the public school students who may have fallen behind a credit or are not able to fit in their schedule of their day a humanities course or maybe a foreign language, something like that. The demands that are placed on a high school students these days are much greater than they were in my day and even in your day. I mean, so we're trying to make sure all students can learn and are able to learn all the things that they want to.
That sounds great. I love it. Now, Ford, you teach English and humanities, is that right? Mm-hmm. How long have you been part of the program?
This was my first year as a full-time teacher, and I started over a year ago as one of the writers. I was a coordinator at Manual High School, and the principal, Ms. Kiefer, said we need someone to come online and help us out with the students there, and I got to the program that way and found that they actually needed a writer for the courses, and next thing you know, I'm on now full-time.
So this is, do you teach in traditional classrooms at all, or is this your whole baby?
Not anymore. Right now, I'm a full-time resource teacher with eSchool, and I miss the classroom, but the students online, they need me, and I need to be there writing the courses, and I tell you, I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is the cutting edge. This is where the students of the future are going to be.
What is it like for you? Obviously, a lot of teaching involves the interplay, back and forth. You know the student face with a name. They have questions. Is it different, and have you had to accommodate looking at a computer screen instead of looking at a student face-to-face?
It's very different. A lot of times before, problems were taking attendance and going through, make sure students were on track. Now, students are learning ways to cheat, new ways to cheat. They go online and they find the answers they need and they cut and paste. They've learned how to use the technology, and we've had to learn how to catch them doing that. And we want them to look at the answers online, but we don't want them to plagiarize. And also we've had students who say, hey, I got the answers here from last time. Why don't you take this? And they copy each other's answers. And that kind of thing went on before, but now it's a whole new different ballfield because I can't watch them. We have ways we spy on them. We watch the students online.
Well, wouldn't you agree? Some of our other teachers have said to me, because I help with the development process, that they really are being able to learn their students more personally. When you taught in a classroom, and I too was a high school teacher,
there was no time.
you didn't know each individual. You didn't really get to understand their patterns for learning as well. And what we're finding as an e-teacher, or at least most of the e-teachers have said to me, is they really know these online students and know what they're capable of much better than they did in a face-to-face classroom with maybe 30 students.
Our computer keeps track of exactly what pages they go to, how long they're on, what things they've read, which things they've studied, how long they take to take a test. So if they have trouble, we know them automatically. We see you were on this test for 25 minutes, and really it shouldn't take that long. Was there a problem here, and do we need to go back and look at this? And so actually in a way, we get to know the students better.
That's cool. Talk about what you offer, the different types of classes that you can sign up for on this.
Humanities, English, science, any science, chemistry, physics, anatomy and physiology. We have social studies classes, math would include Algebra 1, Algebra 2, geometry, pre-calculus. We're almost getting up to where we have everything the regular school would offer, even PE online. We're working on that one right now.
Right. We actually have made sure that we've covered all the core content area. So if the student has not passed a course that they need for graduation, they can find it online.
Wow, even PE, how about that? Don't have to go to the locker room and change into your swim trunks. You can do it online. When we come back, I want to talk with Whitney Brown. She's a student who's actually used this. She's done it, so she knows firsthand the pitfalls, what works, what doesn't. So stick around. We'll talk to Whitney and more about the eSchool, Jefferson County Public Schools eSchool, when we come back. Welcome back to It's Your Life. Glad you're joining us. We're talking about the internet and how you can use it for more than just emailing your friends. This is really cool. It can help you graduate on time. It can help you make up for lost time. You can take courses, everything from arts, humanities, foreign language, even physical education online through Jefferson County Public Schools. Now, we've talked to some of the administrators and teachers. Want to talk to the student. Whitney Brown, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you kind of giving your perspective. You have a unique situation because it seems like more and more, and this was my experience, real-world experience, big-time important when it comes to getting into a good college and getting that first job. But it's hard because how are you going to take a semester off of class or, travel for a month at a time and still be able to graduate? That was your situation. Talk about that.
Well, I've been modeling at a local agency called MJK. It's down Bardstown Road by Baxter, and I've been there for probably about 4 years now, and I decided that I wanted to, pursue modeling more like than a hobby, just like as a profession. So we went up to New York. I've been there probably twice, and we visited with a lot of agencies. We went up there the last time, and I got an offer. So they were like, well, we want you to come up there in August. I was like, it's my senior year. I can't do that. There's no way. There's no way I can get out of this with school and everything. And my mom was like, well, about a year ago, my friend Sarah, she was the very first one to start eSchool, and she's like my really good friend. She was like, well, I started this eSchool class, like computer. She was like, and I did it from Japan. She was like, you should look into it. So Mom called the eSchool Independent Study Office and got all my classes enrolled and everything. And we worked it out with school so I could do my classes actually while I was in my apartment in New York. So, and if I had a problem, you can just email your teacher. I mean, you can pretty much do anything. I mean, it's not the same thing. You can't raise your hand, and be like, explain this question, but you can email them and they'll give you an answer back. And it was worth it.
How was it different for you? Did you find yourself studying like 11:30 at night at the end of the day?
Yeah,
or
that's the best thing about it. You don't have to worry about, gosh, I got to get up at 7 o'clock. I'm going to fall asleep in class. I mean, if you have something to do, the one thing was when I was in New York, you would get up like 7 o'clock or so, get ready, start castings, 8 o'clock. I wouldn't get back home after, I must have been on the subway at least like 3 hours out of the day. Then I'd get back around 5. And then I'd be like, oh gosh, I'd be so tired. So I'd take like 2-hour nap to wake up, then I'd do my classes.
How many classes had you enrolled for? Was it just one or a couple?
I did a class over the summer called Computer Applications, and then I did 2 classes while I was in New York that were English and U.S. government. So, and they're just they're great classes. You get, I learned so much. you wouldn't think that you would learn anything from computer. You know, you'd be like, oh, you can cheat, you can do whatever. But it wasn't like that at all. There's so many ways that they, like Ford said earlier, they can keep track of you like you wouldn't believe.
They are watching you.
Yes.
And it seems to me like you, not just was this, okay, I have to do it because I'm not in Louisville, but you enjoyed it. It was a cool thing?
Oh, it was really cool. Like computer applications, some of the classes, they come along with a disc. And it's more like you install the software, and the software goes along with the internet, the online part of it. And like the computer applications part, you had to learn typing. I mean, I'm a horrible typer. And like you would, they'd time you and stuff, and you have to go through and type everything, and then they make you do it over and over and over again until you got it right. So I mean, you had to keep on doing it until you did it the right way, or else you wouldn't get the grade. You couldn't do it. Excellent.
Well, that sounds cool. New York supermodel and also student at the same time. That rocks. Now, we're almost out of time to talk about this, but if you're watching and you're interested in, maybe I want to take one or two courses, let's talk about quickly what's the best way for a student to find out more and to possibly get enrolled.
Visit the eSchool on the web. That is found at jcpseschool.jefferson.k12.ky.us. All the information is included there. You need to understand, though, that you're not going to be able to enroll unless you have a counselor or parent that endorses that. We really are not in an independent school. We support schools or homeschooled students out there. So visit us on the web. You can call us at 485-7800 or go talk to your school counselor.
Excellent. Thanks for all of you for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you guys online.